Hi guys, welcome again to another video. In this video we are focusing in web development frameworks. Frameworks have become an essential part of web development as the standards of web applications are always rising, so does the complexity of the technology needed. It's completely unreasonable to reinvent the wheel for such sophisticated techniques. That's why using frameworks endorsed by thousands of developers around the world, it's a very sensible approach for building rich and interactive web application. As you know, a web application has a backend and front end. That means a server side and client side. And we show some of the most important or most used frameworks in this, or actually the first one is Express. Express prides itself as a minimal, fast and unopinionated framework. It provides some core framework functionalities without obscuring the features of Node and leverage all robust performance of the asynchronous Node.js. It also quite flexible and support full application as well as REST API. The next one is Django. Django is a model view template framework that uses Python for web development. Big names like Google, YouTube, and Instagram use this framework. The next one is Rails. Rails is a model view controller framework that uses Ruby, and it's a popular framework that it's loved by many developers. Airbnb, GitHub, Holo, Shopify are primary users of Rails, and Rails is considered a beginner-friendly framework, and the fact pros and cons are debated, but of course Rails helps beginners get started with web development quite quickly. The next one is Laravel. Laravel is a model view controller framework that uses PHP, which is one of the most popular languages on the web. It's relatively young compared to other frameworks that we show in this list. And of course, we have a Java framework, in this case Spring. Spring is a model view controller framework that uses Java, the all-time popular language, of course, like C# or PHP. Websites like Wix, Ticketmaster, and Billboard are users of this framework. Spring possesses many sister projects that boost its performance and let you scale your business quickly. The fact that it uses Java, a strongly typed language, is a severe pro to many web developers. And we have other kind of frameworks in the front-end development. The first one is front-end JavaScript framework, and it's Angular. Angular is a front-end framework that specializes in building rich single-page applications. It's a vibrant framework able to build complete client-side application, and there's so much to do and learn in Angular. It's very complex, or a complete framework, and Angular was developed by Google, and actually Google, Microsoft, and PayPal use this framework. The next one is React. React is not a framework, it's a front-end library, but many developers consider it a framework, and it's usually compared in that context. React was the first to adopt the component-based architecture that Angular and Vue, that are the commonly frameworks that compare React with these both Angular and Vue, and many other frameworks start to adopt the component-based architecture later. React Virtual DOM makes the DOM manipulation much faster, and it's quite easy to pick up, mainly thanks to its JSX syntax. React could be used server-side or client-side. It was developed and maintained by Facebook, and of course Facebook and Instagram use this library or framework. Vue.js is the next one. Vue.js is the new rising star. It started as an individual project and quickly grew into becoming one of the most trending JS frameworks now. There are many cool things about Vue.js. The first one is a progressive framework, which means that if you have an existing project, you can adopt Vue for one portion of the project and everything will work just fine. The second, it also brings along the component architecture to play, and the Vue ecosystem can help you building complete front-end application. Some people are worried of using Vue since by companies like Facebook or Google because they don't support it, but that's quickly changing as big names are starting to interest in Vue because it's very recently frameworks. It's commonly that it isn't used like React or Angular, but it's a very complete framework for the front-end development. The next one is Ember. Ember was named the best JavaScript framework back in 2015. Today's the Ember community is enormous and it's ever expanding with new features and releases added regularly. Now Google, Microsoft, Heroku and Netflix use this framework or part of this framework, and Ember revolves around the developer's productivity and attempts to maximize it by either eliminating the need for time-wasting activities or adopting some JS or JavaScript best practices in its core design. And the last one is Backbone. Backbone is an extremely light front-end framework that's fit for building rich single-page application. It follows an MV pattern and partially implements the MVC design or MVC model. Backbone only has one core dependency, which is the underscore library, and it has a vibrant ecosystem that, when added to Mustache and Marionette, allows you to build complete client-side applications. And I hope that these web frameworks will be useful for your web development. And of course you need to study and practice for the most, I consider the most important in the backend side, that it's Express is one of the most popular right now, and in the front-end side we can use maybe Angular, React or Vue, that are the most used or most known frameworks for the front-end side. And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching this video, and remember, proudly